Archangel Jophiel. Love him. And I know he's a favourite of quite a few people in the group tonight. So he comes through on that sunshine yellow ray, like a buttery yellow. It's absolutely gorgeous. Bit daffodilly, yeah, that kind of yellow, rather than a golden deep yellow or even a mustard. He's very light, very bright. And he is the archangel of intuition, perception, joy, bliss, and soul illumination. Now, the soul illumination aspect comes into the meditation later. So he heals, protects, and re-energizes that solar plexus chakra. So this is very 3D, because don't forget your solar plexus is yellow, 3D. As you're moving through 4D, it could start to change color. But when you've got your energy, when you're keeping your vibration fast and fine and your other chakras are all in alignment and balance too, it can appear ruby red. So don't be surprised. Yeah. Especially if you're working from the 5th dimension, this becomes like your base chakra. Okay. But because you've not got earthbound negative emotions and feelings that you're storing, because you've let them all go through the 4th dimension. So on the 5th now, your base is joy. Your base is bliss and understanding how powerful you are. So he helps us then in the 3rd and 4th dimension to think beautiful thoughts so that you create, manifest, and attract more beauty into your life. He also helps us to develop a fresh approach to life so that we bring back enchantment and pleasure, which is ideal right now. He wants you to renew your joie de vivre, so you get your mojo back, and it brings you freedom, laughter, and joy. And this is his energy. I've never worked with him before. He is very light. He sounds like fairy laughter. He's just lovely. Now, his feminine aspect is Lady Ramaela. Said her name wrong for years. I've called her Ramaela, but she's actually Ramaela. And she reminds us that joy nourishes the soul. And your soul resides in the energy of joy on the other side. So the resonance is perfect for your soul. That's all it knows. You don't acquire joy. It's a natural state of being. And so therefore you only find it within yourself. So if you're looking for happiness or you're looking to another person to make you happy, it's a bit pointless. It's here. It's within you. That joy, that happiness, that bliss, it's all within you and it's your higher self. Okay. So it's a state of awareness then, and it's created by your attitude. So if you're not feeling joyful, that's great, because you can switch that about and change your attitude. I know we get bombarded with rubbish from the TV or family members or whatever, but this is what we're learning to do. We're learning to be above it all so that we respond rather than react. And therefore you're in control of your attitude, your mood. Nobody can affect it. And if something can affect it, then there's something there that you could go away and heal so it doesn't happen again. So Ramaela then says, joy is an energy that can transform your life. Well, we know this. We know how fabulous it is to feel happy. But she helps you to discover your inner joy and then share that with others, because it's a gift. And once you've found it within you, inside of you, then you want to share it. And so it's like shining your light, shining your love. And again, that comes into the meditation later. So she encourages you to be yourself at all times. When you show your true self, you emerge, and that pure joy follows, because when you realize that being authentically you is okay. And I for years and years, I really did not believe I was okay. So I hid who I was from being a kid and being told I was always wrong or whatever. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to shake that off. And so we now know, as you shake off all of those negative self-beliefs and doubt, that your self-esteem increases, your confidence increases, your vibration increases, and it's all linked in. It's all about frequency, and this is what we've been talking about for weeks and weeks. Ramaela then can help you to overcome discontentment and dissatisfaction. She can help you to overcome unhappiness, obviously, and fear. It's at the root of everything. She helps you to turn your chores into fun and the most boring and dull experiences into pleasurable and enjoyable encounters. She can also help you to notice the things that bring you joy so that you can enjoy your life to the full. So when I was in Tenerife, the one thing I hated was the dust. Bloody hell, every second day you were sweeping and mopping, and I don't like dirty feet. You know, when you're walking around with bare feet and you get dusty feet, I can't stand that. And so it used to do my head in until she said to me, "Oh, what a shame for you." There I am sweeping my balcony thinking, this is just ridiculous. And she goes, "Really, is it ridiculous? Just put the mop down, put the brush down, and then look at your view." And it was like, oh, yeah, I'm a knob. Look at that view. Why am I looking at the dust? Get the Hoover on it. So I started hoovering my balcony from that point on, because then I could look at my view. And I did it more often. And so she really does make you look up, make you look out. And all right, I can't honestly say to you I enjoyed all the dust in Tenerife, but I looked at it in a different way. Okay. So obviously the colour that they use, the photon in natural light, is sunshine yellow. The flowers that you could have around you while meditating to help you to achieve that connection for longer would be yellow roses, primroses, yellow gerbera, and sunflowers. And the essential oils you can use are basil, bergamot, chamomile, citronella, geranium, grapefruit, jasmine, lemon, lime, rose, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. Now, they're high vibrational, so definitely stick in that sandalwood if you can. If you can't afford the sandalwood, then get the cedarwood. Just bring your vibration down, otherwise I've just realised why I've been on the ceiling all day like a helium balloon. It's because of the essential oils I've got burning. I've got, what have I got going on there? Orange and geranium. So I haven't even listened to my own list, but anyway. Oh no, there's geranium there. And it'll do, citrus, it's fine. Okay, so I should have put some sandalwood in there, but it doesn't matter. As long as you're raising the vibration of your environment, it's just these essential oils are ideal for the vibration and the resonance of Archangel Jophiel. So the crystals then, citrine, obviously, and amber. Dalmatian jasper is a surprise, but when you look at the qualities and the healing properties of Dalmatian jasper, it makes sense. Topaz, yellow topaz, and yellow calcite. Now, in a moment, we're going to actually talk about the solar plexus chakra. And so you'll see there's some overlap here, obviously. So there are more crystals to choose from. Okay, and we'll talk about those in a moment. So Archangel Jophiel then is the archangel of beauty and the patron angel of artists. So if you can paint, or you need to see the beauty in someone, call him in. Yeah. He loves laughter, and he encourages you to laugh at all things, especially yourself. So if you do find yourself, I laugh at myself a lot. I can even just, a memory will just pop into my head and I can burst out laughing. And it's usually him, because he loves to hear it. That's why I always associate him with fairies, because fairies do something similar. But he helps you to find the humor in every situation. Okay. And I think that's why I like slapstick, because I can't stand it if I'm watching something like You've Been Framed, is it? That one with Harry Hill, whatever that one is, where the bloopers and they hurt themselves. I can't bear that. But if it's slapstick and I know it's like nobody's hurt, then I love it. So Laurel and Hardy, Tom and Jerry, anything like that, I love it. Okay, so he's the Archangel of wisdom as well. This is really good to know. My kids always did well with their exams because they had citrine while they were studying, while they were revising. They always had citrine, and then they took the citrine with them, obviously taking an angel with them as well, and they did well in their exams. So if you've got anything where you need to remember something, so even if it's just you're going shopping and you can't, you know, I always have citrine in my purse, because if you put citrine with money, it creates abundance. You can put citrine with more crystals and you get more crystals. Whatever you put citrine with, it brings more of, and that's why you bring more wisdom to yourself. And so if I've been shopping and I realize I've left my shopping list at home, I'll get my citrine out of my purse and I'll put it in my bra, and I remember better. Citrine is the only crystal you can put near change, near money. It's the only one that doesn't absorb the negative energies of money, and it doesn't actually need cleansing. So if you can treat yourself to some citrine, the little tumblestones are ideal. Amethyst does the same, but in fact, they're very similar, these two. You can actually buy geodes that have got amethyst and citrine. They call it ametrine. So, yeah, if you ever see that orange and purple in the same geode. Anyway, I digress. Archangel Jophiel is the Archangel of wisdom, and he works with the angels who govern the halls of wisdom. Now, the halls of wisdom are where your Akashic records are, where all sorts of things are, actually. If you need wisdom of any type, but if you can afford to get yourself a little bed, it's ace, because you can put all the crystals on the top of that and it'll cleanse them. But we've never done that, actually. Maybe we should go to the halls of wisdom one time with Jophiel. I'll come up with a meditation with that. But he works with the flame of wisdom. So a lot of the time when people don't do well in exams, it's because they believe that they're not good at exams. So you give them the flame of wisdom, or you tell them about Archangel Jophiel with the flame of wisdom. It's amazing how they just let go. And they believe, well, it's true, this wisdom, like Archangel Archeia has the gold and silver violet flame that gets rid of negativity. This flame of wisdom, similar colors to citrine, that there gets rid of anything that makes you believe you are not wise, because you are wise. It doesn't bring wisdom. It just gets rid of the fog, so you know you're wise, or the beliefs that tell you that you're no good at exams, or you're not good at this, that, and the other. I don't know. Yeah. So he helps you in any situation then with this flame, that wherever you need clear mental perception, or maybe there's discrimination involved, or maybe you need inspiration. I've worked with him when I've been writing my books. He also helps you with those who are spiritually blind. I'm building up to something here. Those who are spiritually blind. Now, this is something I've used many times, because obviously growing up, if I mentioned an angel and I got people poo-pooing me or making me feel little because of that, I would call an Archangel Jophiel for my protection, really. But it helped them to be a little bit more open. I can't affect how anybody else thinks, but I can affect how that's going to affect me. So growing up, I could tell you a number of stories where I've been left feeling this big because of my beliefs. And it helped me, don't get me wrong, it helped me to realize that just because everybody else doesn't believe the same doesn't mean to say I'm wrong. Yeah. And so it made me be more aware that people can have different beliefs and still be friends. And this is what I'm moving into. For all of you who are struggling, and I know we're all in the same boat, struggling with people around you who have different beliefs to you, whether or not that's to do with lockdown or masks or vaccines, whatever it is, you can ask Archangel Jophiel to come to you with his flame of wisdom. Now, I'm not saying he's going to make everybody believe the same as you. That's not how it works. But it stops that negative clash that comes when you have differing beliefs. Okay. So it's not just your spiritual beliefs, although I do believe that having a vaccine will mess you up spiritually. So maybe it's connected in that way. But if I go if I have to go to the shop, if I have to leave the flat, then I will go with Jophiel because I'm not wearing my mask. And I don't want people to give me a hard time about that. And so if that just makes me invisible, that's fine. But he's using that wisdom. Maybe they see my mask and just think, oh, she must be exempt for a good reason. That's fine. Think like that if you want. But he just helps you with your belief, because everybody's entitled to their own belief, no matter what it is. Yeah. So clear mental perception, discrimination, inspiration, wisdom, and your beliefs. He's fabulous. He also helps you to absorb new skills if you're wanting to try something new. And I'm just about fed up with Patreon, trying to upload some stuff. And so I realize I need some new skills, and therefore I'll call upon Jophiel tomorrow and we'll get on with it and it won't be a problem. But it can also offer you explanations that would fuel your creativity. So whereas the angels don't usually get involved because everything's wonderful, you can actually say to him, what do you think I'm doing wrong here? He'll say, I think you're doing that. Yeah. And he's great for that. He's never going to criticize you, but he is going to help you with your wisdom. Okay. So you could also say, what can I do about my husband who is blind to this vaccine? And he will help you. Okay. Or whoever. So it can help you to strengthen your connection with your higher self. So we already know, because we've been working for weeks now with our higher selves and pulling our higher self in. But when you're in the third dimension, it's not as easy to even believe you've got a higher self. Okay. And so some people who are around you, perhaps they're not going to listen to you when you say, pulling your higher vibrational energy. But you could say to them, your guardian angel could help you here. Yeah. And again, you're strengthening those beliefs, helping the spiritually blind. Okay. And he will help you with all of that. He will also help you to recover soul fragments, anything that's been scattered by shock or fright or depression or illness. The one thing I realized when I moved in here and I started unpacking everything was the fact that I had grief that I'd bottled up. And I hadn't realized, because I'd taken myself out of the situation in England, and Honor will back me up here, legged it to Tenerife because I'd had so much grief all at once. And there we are, in my favorite place on the planet, having a party. So as much as I have grieved, because I've been writing my books, and it's a cathartic process, isn't it? But getting back here and unwrapping images of my mum and dad, or unwrapping photo albums of the kids when they were little, it was hard. And so you call in Archangel Jophiel, because that's all my soul fragments all coming back together. And I went through such a healing time moving in here. It was hard, but I'm much better now. Looking back, I hadn't realized just what I've been through. So yes, he's very helpful. And I've got that much citrine around me. I don't even need to ask him to come. He's that close. Yeah. So he helps you then if you've got any weak body processes. So I can ask him if I want to, because I do get a lot of acid reflux. So clearly there's a problem there with my digestion. I can ask him for that. I can ask him to break down cellulite. I forgot about that. And he helps to remove toxins from your body. Find out now. So yeah, that's everything about Jophiel. One more thing. His retreat is south of the Great Wall in southern central China, somewhere near the Yellow River. Yes, so